Hello folks, this is Eduardo Velasquez, or your Lua loving guy here, and you see, I'm just here to share one little advice to people who are obviously configuring their own BGP protocols in their own topologies. See, as I did for my own, to not entirely see, I ran into a problem days ago when configuring my own BGP protocol here on my topology. You see, and you see, as I try to create the BGP protocol by adding this notification here, neighbor 192.168.7.1 mode AS 5002. I did the same thing for this router, but only as I would type I added the neighbor, its neighbor, pretty much its opposites, and its opposite IP address here. See, neighbor 192.168.6.1 remote AS 55001. See, so I did these things, but for some reason I couldn't see the notification that displays to me I couldn't be able to see the notification that would display to me the BGP neighbor, pretty much the notification that would inform me that that the router here has connected to its BGP neighbor here, and I tried like so many times, like I spent like hours to figuring out what was the problem with my topology, and you see, it's just that these IP addresses here, they would entirely be pretty much positioned in the opposite direction of each other, of each other, not facing the routers in general. So so pretty much the way how I configured it was I pretty much placed the cords, or not placed the cords, but I connected pretty much this router to this router, pretty much I connected this router to this router, but pretty much pretty much its interfaces that would be facing each other, they don't have IP addresses, and why they don't have IP addresses? You see, because Cisco Packet Tracer doesn't let you I don't think for its routers, Cisco Packet Tracer would absolutely allow pretty much wouldn't pretty much allow you to have any sort of module that would, of course, allow pretty much the person themselves to that would pretty much allow the person themselves to construct pretty much the IP address for that particular interface or those particular interfaces. And you see these modules will be just there to absolutely just add like certain different kinds of interfaces for each router here. And as I would configure the BGP protocol for this router or for these routers, I should say, the cord, these interfaces that are facing each other, they don't have, like I said, any IP address. And you see, and I'm just going to say, of course, if you're willing to configure the BGP protocol with, of course, if you're willing to configure the BGP protocol, you need to absolutely have IP addresses. You need to have pretty much a cord that can connect to each course to each interface, obviously. But you need to absolutely have these interfaces need to absolutely have IP addresses, of course, or these interfaces. Let me start over. These interfaces need to have the option to place IP addresses on them and things like that. And if they don't have that option, then the BGP protocol won't function as you would absolutely, of course, expect it to. You see, so I spent like hours like figuring how to figuring out why this sort of or why I myself had this sort of problem here and things like that. And but in this version of the project, I removed like pretty much the IP addresses, like at least some of the IP addresses and things like that, because I removed like some of the IP addresses because, first of all, I find them like really really useless and things like that. And you see, the original idea for me was to have the BGP protocol to absolutely have the BGP protocol to the original idea was to have the BGP protocol to have the original idea was to have the BGP protocol to have each devices and each networks to connect to each other and things like that, or to at least be able to ping one another and things like that. But see, these routers, unfortunately, like I said, they don't have like the option to put IP addresses for every single interfaces and things like that. And in this version, and in this revised version of my topology, I made sure that that the ports that would be or the cord that would be connected to each interfaces, or to each interface, I mean, I made sure that each interface in this version were able to have IP addresses and things like that. And as I would go to the terminal of my router, I see this at the bottom here. At the bottom of these notifications, BGP 5 at change, neighbor 172.28.12.1.2, and its status is activated. Status is up. And if you want to see the changes of my router, of the BGP protocol in this router here, in my first router, you can see it right there. And notice how it doesn't have the, of course, the 192, its network that, well, notice that it doesn't have the neighbor of 192.168.7.1 it was, I think. Yeah. Notice that. Notice that this version has a different neighbor IP, a different neighboring IP address than the other version of this project here. But that is it. This is just a tip that I would like to share. And if you, of course, enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I do tutoring. If you want to, if you want to absolutely book a tutoring session with me, you can book it through Upwork or through my super profile. And I want to see what I can absolutely do to help one another. See, to help out one another to succeed. To help out one another to succeed. And I'm going to absolutely open a marketplace for myself soon in Gumroad. So if people would absolutely want to purchase, want to challenge themselves by purchasing topology, and thereon they can absolutely figure out what would be the problem here in order to entirely resolve like certain issues that wouldn't allow the protocol to function as you would expect. You see, soon. And of course I will paste that link into the description of my future videos. So thank you for watching. Take care. Have a lovely, beautiful evening.